They snap it at one. Now Wilson. And incomplete to open things up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Carson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Mike, 58, right there. Check. Got it. 58, boys, 58. Delta.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you. Don't get nervous.
3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Here we go, G. One fluff. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Good job right there. Hey. Out. Under 10. 10.
Throwing is Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. This is Carson. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
To throw is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now it's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Hey, check, Mike 21, Mike 21.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Let's go. 25-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On play action, Allen. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Single receiver, single 56, 56. Single,
on the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
On side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Returnable for Lockett. Shifts by him. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, in first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Here's Carson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 24.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
At 58,
Now it's Carson. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. The All-Pro safety Eric Berry in on the the stop.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
The 20, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Fournette running out of the gun. He's got a first down and more past the 30. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. He's going to fight. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, it's Allen. That's out to his running back, Fournette. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
He finds Yeldon. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he'll find McLeod on the right side, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Walsh adds the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Right, 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Right here. Hey, check, Mike 20.
Here's Wilson to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this 2nd half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this? Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Middle. Safety crack.
On third down, Fournette. Oh, he's got some breathing room. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Walsh. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
They run it with Carson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Room to run past midfield. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Wilson now 12 of 15 throwing the ball. 80% so far, and it's first and 10.
Gun.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Bring it.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Watch the back. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
Mike, 280. Mike, 5-4. Zebra. Please. 8-2.
Second and 5 now. Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a gain of 3. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2.
Alert flare. 12. 49. Watch the twist. Check 31.
They go again with Scott and try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A big run by the big man Fournette. Give him 52 yards on the ground.
First down, Buffalo.
So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Allen off the play fake. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. Charles Clay is tight end, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
6-6. Pull it. 5 wide. Five. Watch twins. Mike 3.
To throw again. Allen. Complete to Jones. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On play action, Allen. And Robinson with a big catch. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. Fournette, a first down carry. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I think the best offenses love to give the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Scott. Space to maneuver at the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Allen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen, and that is incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Tight ends right. 3 down, 3 down.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. That's to his running back, complete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a give, right side. It's Scott, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Here's Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the 1st quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. He's into the end zone, so they get the late score they needed, and now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do they do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gets... And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away.
Good one, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 14-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Bang out, bang out, bam, bam.
49.
Hey, look.
Check 49.
Good luck for signals.
Now Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
At 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Time to go. Night.
Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Fournette. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
19!
First throw of overtime for Allen. Able to complete this one to the cloud. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Allen now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Round 80!
Watch the pass! Watch the pass!
Shift! Pass.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. On the run, it's Fournette. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Bills have taken the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's go special! Get off the field! Let's get
They run again with Carson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Michael Brocker's in on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now here's your ball game, down 3 in overtime, but they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Still got 4 down, 4 down. 14. 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Focus defense.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go.